Hey, hey, hey. Here we are again. And today is the first day of summer. So, as a tried and true Floridian, we have the Hawaiian shirt on. I know, maybe I call it a Floridian shirt, but it's the flowered shirt, shorts, and sandals because we are headed into the hottest time of year. And of course, in Florida, it's over 100 degrees and about 600% humidity. So we like air conditioning. But I still love my state, even though it gets hot. Hot, hot, hot. Anyway, today we're going to talk about a great technique for closing a sale, a great technique for overcoming price objections and in a particular kind of price objection, and a great technique for overcoming a way of when people are asking for a discount. Of course, you got to translate into your industry, but so here's the thing. I own, not only do I do copywriting and consulting and, some agency work and etc. I also own a local business, a trapping company. I own a couple of businesses, but that's one of the local companies I own is a nuisance wildlife trapping business. I've been in the business for 20 years. We were out at a prospect's house. Right, I have a partner in this job, but he's in the hospital right now. So we go out to a prospect's house and see about selling them some trapping services. They have some critters in their attic that they need to get rid of. So we look around the house, make an assessment of what's going on, and then give the woman a price. It was, I don't know, $700 or something. It wasn't horribly expensive, $750. But for that, we were closing up the house and doing all the trapping and warranty and the whole 9 yards, right? So I'm talking to the woman, and I said, okay, well, it's this much for this, and this much for that, and this much for this, and this much for that, and the total comes to X amount. And if you would like us to do some optional work to extend it to a 2-year warranty, then that's going to be this amount extra. But that's completely optional. It's up to you. So the woman looks at me and says, oh, could you do it for any less? I have, I just paid $15,000 for a roof. I just had $7,000 for a new air conditioning system. I just heard back from the mechanic. My car's going to cost me $5,000 and something to fix. Is there any way you can do it for less? My answer was, ma'am, I'm sorry. We haven't raised our prices in several years. And so no, I can't do it for any less. But here's the good news. Are you ready? Here's the sweet spot. Here's the good news. This is the least expensive thing on your list. And once it's done, you won't ever have to worry about it again. She looked at me. I looked at her. She said, okay. She signed the paperwork and put the deposit down. So that's the trick. That's the deal, right? When somebody gives you a list, oh, I just spent this much for that, and this much for that, and this much for that, and this much for that. Well, now you got to work in the price. So, what she was telling me is that she was not having financial problems. She just spent $27,000 on her house and her car. So she's not having financial problems. She has some money. So was I going to discount my $700 job? No, of course not. $750 job, whatever it was. So yeah, here's the point. When somebody hits you with a price objection, especially a price objection that has to do with other money that they've spent recently or other money they've had to spend recently, then the trick is to not give in to the price objection, not agree to the price objection, not deal with, and building value and everything. I'm assuming that you'd already done that, right? There's value builds during the presentation. So we're going to skip all that stuff, and we're just going to tell them that's our best price. And then here's the good news. Now, the good news is maybe your thing is more expensive than they've been paying. Maybe you're selling roofs and they haven't, and they've $5,000 on this or whatever, and your price is actually the $15,000 price. Well, then you're going to have to change it a little bit. Hey, what's up, Robert? You're going to have to change it a little bit. So then when you hit them with that sale, you're going to say, well, I really can't. Unfortunately, materials have been going up rapidly, and we're doing our best to keep our prices as low as possible. However, here's the good news. Once you have this done, you won't have to worry about it at all for more than 20 years. It will be, the roof will be done, and you'll never have to worry about it again, even though it's more expensive. Now, in my case, it was the least expensive thing on our list, so I was able to throw that in there as well. What if you're mid-priced? What if you're the AC guy? Well, here's the good news, that this is not the most expensive thing on your list, and once it's done, you will save money on your electric bill, and you will, more importantly, be very comfortable in your home. You see? So that's the thing. When somebody asks for a price break, especially a price break framed in, I'm spending a bunch of money in these other areas, so can you give me a discount? The answer is no discount, but then based on what the other prices are and what the other money they're spending and how your price comes in. But the good news is, and then you give them the good news. This will be the last time you have to worry about it for years. The good news is once this is done, your car will run like a dream, like it was brand new. You won't have to get a new car. And of course, our warranty, all of our work is warranted for 2 years, or all of our work is warranted for 18 months. So you have nothing else to worry about as far as the situation with your car, and everything else looks in good shape. So you should be fine, right? So I understand. I can't discount, but here's the good news. And then you deliver the good news. And then, of course, afterwards, now I didn't do this, but afterwards, depending on the prospect, I didn't do it because I didn't feel like the prospect would be, I didn't feel like the prospect would react well to this. But depending on the prospect, here's the good news, and we can get you started. Just approve the agreement down there at the bottom next to the X, right? So that's how you do it. I understand. Here's the good. I can't discount, but here's the good news. And we can get you started and on the schedule right away. Just approve the paperwork down there next to the X. And then you're done. You close the deal, they sign up, and if they don't sign right away, maybe you got to go through another closing sequence. That's okay. That's what the game is. So yeah. And for those of you who don't know, I probably should have said this in the beginning. I didn't start as a marketer. I started as a salesman. That's where I learned my skills, and I use my direct response marketing. And frankly, over the years, I've developed those sales skills to the point where if I'm in front of a real prospect, if I'm in front of somebody who needs the service or the product, who wants the service or the product, and who has the money to pay for the service and the product, then the chances are real good that they're going to get the service or the product, because that's what I do, is close people. I close them in marketing for you. I close them in marketing and in sales for me, and that's the deal. So anyway, that's it. That's it for today. Have a great day, and go close some deals. Go make some money. Cheers.